Some tournaments just make sense. The favorites win, the stars play like stars, and the story goes exactly how everyone thought it would. And then you have EuroBasket 2025. This thing is so chaotic, so unpredictable, and so completely nuts that I can only come to one conclusion. It makes absolutely zero sense. What happens when a championship just goes off the rails? When the defending champions get sent home before the real games even start? When the best player on the planet, a three-time MVP, gets eliminated by a team nobody saw coming? This is the story of how EuroBasket 2025 became absolute madness and one of the most confusing and incredible events in sports history. The chaos really kicked off with a dynasty crashing to the ground. On September 4th, 2025, the defending EuroBasket champion Spain played a do-or-die game. For the last 20 years, Spanish basketball has been unstoppable. They had won 4 of the last 6 titles. They were basketball royalty. But that night, it didn't matter. They lost 90-86 to Greece, who were led by Giannis Antetokounmpo. And just like that, they were out. Not in the quarterfinals, not even in the round of 16. The champs were eliminated in the group stage. It was their earliest exit in nearly 50 years. The basketball world was in shock, but this was just the beginning. The script for EuroBasket 2025 wasn't just torn up, it was set on fire. Coming into the tournament, the path to the final in Riga seemed pretty clear. There were 4 host countries, Cyprus, Finland, Poland, and Latvia. You had the champs, Spain, a team that just knew how to win. You had France, the reigning Olympic silver medalists who were loaded with talent. And then there were the 2 massive favorites, the teams everyone expected to win it all. Slovenia, led by the magic of Luka Dončić, and Serbia, with arguably the best player in the world, 3-time NBA MVP Nikola Jokic. The world was waiting for a huge showdown. We all expected a bracket full of monster clashes between these European giants. The group stage was supposed to be a warm-up. The story was already written. Jokic, Dončić, Giannis, one of these superstars would lead their country to gold. The only question was which one. But as soon as the games tipped off, it was obvious this tournament had other plans. This wasn't going to be a story about the giants who won, but about the ones who were about to get knocked down. The first domino to fall was Spain's historic collapse. Their dynasty ended not just with the loss to Greece, but with a shocking opening day defeat to Georgia that ended up sealing their fate because of a tiebreaker. For the first time since Germany in 1995, the defending champs didn't even make it out of the group stage. An empire had crumbled before the tournament really got going. It was a massive shock that blew a hole in the bracket. But what happened next was an earthquake. All eyes turned to Serbia. They were the absolute favorites, a team so stacked that anything less than gold would be a total failure. Led by Nikola Jokić, who was putting up his usual ridiculous numbers, they cruised through the group stage. Their opponent in the round of 16 was Finland, a good team, but a massive underdog. This was supposed to be an easy win. Instead, it was a disaster of historic proportions. On September 6th, in Riga, the unthinkable happened. Finland, a country that hadn't beaten Serbia since 2009, didn't just hang around, they dominated. They jumped out to an 11-1 lead and fought off every single Serbian comeback, with a storm of three-pointers and fearless drives. In the final moments, it was Finland's hero, Elias Valtonen, who hit the biggest shots of the game, putting his team ahead for good. When the buzzer sounded, the score was 92-86. Nikola Jokić was brilliant with 33 points, but it didn't matter. For the second EuroBasket in a row, Serbia and their MVP were eliminated in the round of 16. The reaction was pure disbelief. Headlines screamed sensation of sensations and complete shock. The number 1 favorite was going home. And the madness didn't stop. The very next day, France, another top contender, was sent packing. They were stunned by Georgia in an 80-70 loss, an historic win that sent Georgia to the quarterfinals for the first time in their nation's history. This tournament hasn't just been about the giants falling, it's about the underdogs rising up and taking over. These teams are proving that heart and strategy can beat superstar talent. Finland's victory was all about belief. Their head coach, Lauri Markkanen, said it perfectly.
And we like this situation of being underdog, clearly.
Underdogs should dream big. Lauri Markkanen was a monster, scoring 29 points, but it was a total team effort. Elias Valtonen, who had been quiet in the group stage, became the hero against Serbia, hitting 8 of his 13 points in the last 2 minutes to seal the win. Georgia's run has been just as incredible. Led by veteran Tornike Shengelia, they played with insane confidence, first beating Spain in the group stage and then shocking France to make history. Their first ever trip to the quarterfinals is a massive moment for their country. These teams didn't just win games, they completely broke the hierarchy of European basketball. They proved that on any given night, anything can happen. So where does that leave us? With a quarterfinal field that nobody could have imagined, we have underdog heroes like Finland and Georgia fighting alongside giants like Slovenia, Greece, and Germany. The matchups are set. Turkey takes on Poland, Lithuania battles Greece, Finland and Georgia face off in a true underdog story, and Germany has a massive clash with Luka Dončić's Slovenia. The favorites who are still standing are now on high alert because they know that in this tournament, you are never safe. EuroBasket 2025 will always be remembered as the tournament of the upset, the one where the script was thrown out on day one. It's a story about dynasties falling and new heroes being born. Spain is out, Serbia is out, France is out. A tournament that started with a few clear favorites now has almost none left. It still makes no sense at all. And that's exactly what makes it one of the greatest EuroBaskets in history. The madness isn't over yet, and the biggest shock might still be coming. The road to the trophy is wide open. So, what do you think has been the most shocking moment so far? Was it Spain's historic collapse, Serbia getting knocked out by Finland, or Georgia's unbelievable run? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments.